Good afternoon, everyone. It is November 21st. So I got a comment in my last video about people, or this particular individual, being sick of Muslims and others being allowed into the country. And I made the point that, it's not a good thing that they're coming into the country. However, you cut the snake of the head off, they will have no reason to come into the country. And what do I mean by cutting the head of the snake off? Well, if you kill the state, these people would have no reason to come here. After all, it is the state that is supplying them with medical care, with welfare checks, with EBT cards, and so on and so forth. Without that shit, these individuals would not have any reason at all to come here. Perhaps the Muslims would still have a reason, and that reason would be revenge, but it would be much harder for them to get over the border without these hordes of Central American, Mexican, and so forth immigrants. They are being used as cover for these people, among other things, such as human trafficking, such as getting weapons into the United States for the various I'm not sure if I want to call them terrorist cells, but terrorist cells, among other things. Now, if you're tired of the way shit is going, you need to group up with a handful of people. The group does not have to be large. You would be amazed what 5 highly motivated and skilled individuals can do together. I'm going to use an example before I do, though. I don't want you to think that I am condoning the actions of these people, because frankly, I did not like any of them, but it does demonstrate what 5, 10 motivated individuals can accomplish in procuring certain things. Now, when I lived in Michigan, there was a gang called the Cobras. Now, I know the name is, that's what they called themselves, though. Alright? And I had lots of trouble with these guys. Lots of troubles. But one thing I have to give them credit for is their ability to work together to accomplish what most people would see as kind of insane. Again, I'm not condoning what they did. It's just an example of what people can do when they make a decision to work together and to be an actual team. So it's about between 5 and 10 of these guys. And they're nothing more than your run-of-the-mill gang thugs. Actually, it was mostly a white gang with a few other types mixed in there. There was a couple Chinese guys in it. There's a bunch of Mexicans, a bunch of blacks. But for the most part, it was a white gang. Well, these guys got the idea to raid the National Guard Armory in the middle of Flint, Michigan. I mean, it was right in the middle of the city, and by a college, and it was a highly traveled area. But these guys get in there, and they come out with incredible amount of firearms and other types of ordnance, such as hand grenades. And they began peddling the shit on the street. A lot of people bought it up quickly. But a lot of people would be like, man, that's fucking crazy. These guys go into a National Guard armory and end up walking out with probably close to $1 million in weapons, if not more. Again, I'm not condoning what these guys did, but if you have a small group of people, hell, if you have a large group of people, and you're all motivated to the same goal, to the same ends, there is nothing you can't accomplish. You may be poor at the moment, but you get 5-10 of you together and you start brainstorming on how to get these weapons and the ammo. We can't forget about the ammo. Among other things, you're going to end up with the stuff that you are looking for. There are many places in this country where firearms have been stashed, and I don't think it'd be all that difficult to find them. There are many places in this country where money and the pharmaceuticals are stashed. I don't think it'd be that hard to find them. But if you are truly sick of the way things are going, then you should start a group. Not a gang, but rather a paramilitary group. And you should start running operations with your group. Start off small. Get a few victories under your belt. Move up the ladder. And implement change through operations. It's the only way you're going to change anything. You know, we've seen over the course of the last 20 years multiple protests, the G20s, all that stuff. What was that other movement called? Right at the tip of my tongue. Oh, man. Tea Party. We saw the Tea Partiers begging for change. But the more you beg, the more things are going to change in the favor of the other of your opponents. You can't be begging these people and expecting to get what you're asking for. That's the problem. You're begging. You're asking. If you want anything, then you're going to have to take it. And that's just the way it is. You're going to have to take it, and there might be people who lose their lives. Your buddy might lose his life. However, it's better than the alternative. Don't you think? I hope everyone has a good day. Kill the state before the state kills you.